Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, the place where we not only talk about what's going on in the gun world, but also how we're going to fix it together. And the content today, guys, we got to talk about this Liberty Safe thing because someone walked into their little room, kicked over some rocks, and oh, did they find some very big creepy crawlies. Everything will be linked in the description box below. And my big question that I want you to answer in the comments field is, are they screwed? Or are they coming back? Because they've got their tail between their legs and they're changing policy left and right. But I think the damage might be done. And you guys let me know what you think in the comments field right down there. Of course, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn the notification bell on. Distributing freedom twice daily is what we're about, and we'd love to have you along for the ride. All right, my brothers and sisters. So, I have not commented on the Liberty Safe thing until today because I wanted to get a little bit more backstory. I wanted to understand everything that occurred, and I wanted to see the reaction. This was something that was key to where we basically discern where we can move forward at this point. So if you're not familiar, a brief high-level synopsis. There was a guy who was under investigation for something he did in J6. Not talking about that. The FBI came to Liberty Safes and said, hey, knock, knock, friend, buddy, buddy, can I have that code? Liberty Safe goes, do you have proof of a warrant? They say, of course we do. We have it right here. So conveniently in digital format. Where would you like it sent? Liberty Safe says, that is confirmed. Here's the code. Which, of course, brings up the awkward situation of, number one, they have the codes. Number two, they share the codes. And number three, they didn't have any type of court order that made them do the codes. That's the big tempest as of right now. But, per usual, when you start investigating what's going on with a company and something doesn't feel right, and where there's smoke, there's fire, we find things like this. And Charlie Kirk put this out on his Twitter feed. This is from Charlie Kirk, not from me. But, if proves true, points to a much larger problem, particularly since they cater to an extremely pro-gun audience. Let's get into it. From Charlie Kirk's Twitter feed. Liberty Safe was sold to Monomoy Capital Partners in 2021, a liberal East Coast investment firm. I pulled the FEC reports on the company and fund approximately $400,000 over the last 10 cycles of max donations to Democrats like Raphael Warnock, John Fetterman, Mandela Barnes, and Mark Kelly. Now, the really interesting part about this is Liberty Safe current CEO, Justin Hillenbrand, was a founding partner of Monomoy and donated $4,600 to Obama for America. Now, individuals can donate whatever they want. I don't care. That's their own choice. However, when you got the CEO donating to Obama for America, you've got the corporate donations being Democrats, and you comply with FBI requests to infringe upon someone's personal property behind a safe, of which you market as something that's impenetrable and safe, you got a bit of a problem. In fact, here's what Charlie Kirk released. Again, this is Charlie Kirk, not me. He's got Tim Ryan. Well, that was a Senate candidate. Maggie Hassan, Senate candidate. By the way, these are all Democrats. Susan Wild, Annie Craig. Catherine Cortez Masto for Senate. That's a senator. John Fetterman, always an oldie but a goodie. Haley Stevens. Raphael Warnock. Steve Irwin. David Cicilline Committee. David Cicilline, to remind you, is the guy who said, spare me the BS about your constitutional rights when you're talking about infringements versus red flags and AR bans, by the way. Mandela Barnes for Wisconsin, progressive from Wisconsin, and Mark Kelly, husband of Gabby Giffords of Giffords.org. When you have that type of list that you're donating to, that's not a really good look. Particularly when they come out and say, no, guys, it's okay. The FBI came to us. They sent a warrant. We have a policy, which I mentioned on Second Legacy with Tim. If they had a policy, this is not the first time because they've had a situation arise where they needed to have a policy to address the situation. And they even confirmed it later on when they addressed that policy and revised it. They've done this before, and this is the problem. The problem is they're sharing codes they have in a centralized database with the FBI under no threat to themselves, only a warrant on an individual. So they're being a third party in this, and they just willy-nilly give up the safe codes. It's a bit of a problem. Was that advertised when you were selling these safes? Or was that just something you didn't mention? Well, apparently the backlash is holding some information here, or not information, holding some power here. Check this out, because here's the revised statement from Liberty Safe. And let me know in the comments, are you buying, are you not buying? Is it a tempest in a teapot, or is it a frickin' hurricane? You guys let me know. So, this is a 3-page thing that they released in light of getting smoked. At Liberty Safe, we are dedicated to safeguarding the rights and privacy of all of our customers. Doesn't seem that way. It is a promise that remains deeply personal to our employees and leadership. Yeah, it's amazing how when this starts to get threatened, everything gets right in line. Our company, one of America's oldest and largest safe manufacturers, was founded on the belief that Americans should have the fundamental right to protect and safeguard their valuables and property, unless the FBI has a warrant. As a courtesy to our customers, Liberty Safe has long adhered to industry standards by maintaining a secure database of factory set combinations. This practice helps customers regain access to their safe for a wide range of reasons and warranty issues. Liberty Safe processes over 4,000 requests of this type annually and provides combination to safe owners only once they provide clear documentation of their identity and their ownership of the safe. They're trying to cover their butts because they know that the audience they cater to is heavily 2A friendly, duh, it's a gun safe, and also very liberty oriented. It kind of hurts when you donate to anti-liberty, anti-gun Democrat politicians, and then you also share things willy-nilly without court orders. It's just kind of the, here you go, you volunteer it. This is important. Now, let's go to the second one because they are seriously, they're not loving where they're at. We listen to our customers. You've had a lot of opportunity to do that in the last 24 hours. And update our products and practices in response to their evolving needs. Today, we are announcing a change that empowers our customers with greater control over their information. Effective immediately, existing customers can visit Liberty Safe whatever and fill out the form to have records of their access codes expunged. In the coming weeks, we will be releasing a feature that gives every new customer this option when registering their safe. That should have been in place the whole time. Anyway, this change allows customers to take control of how their information is stored and protected. We understand that many of our customers are willing to assume the responsibility of safeguarding their own combination. While those who opt out of our data storage process will have limited recourse in case of a lost combination, we respect their choice and are here to support the way that's best for them. Yeah, well, you should have done that originally. Again, to the point. Now, this is where their feet are on the fire and they are scared crapless. Check this out. This is the third piece. We have also revised our policies around cooperation with law enforcement. Going forward, we will require a subpoena that legally compels Liberty Safe to supply access codes, but can only do so if the codes still exist in our system. That should have been the standard originally. And the part and kind of summation of this, and this is where it gets really gross, and I think that this is the big problem. Originally, the issue was the safe codes and sharing through a warrant with the FBI. Now, the issue is, hold on. You're donating to a lot of anti-gun senators and a lot of people who are affiliated with infringing upon the rights of which you sell your products to protect? I don't think you're aligned with our values. I'm pretty sure you're aligned to whatever you want as long as it pays the bills and these safes continue to move out the door. You got your hand caught in a cookie jar because it just so happened that one of the people that you shared information on was connected to a social media influencer, the Hodge twins. Amazing how when you get the wrong light on the wrong thing, all of a sudden everything changes course. You should have done this originally. This should have been the original stance, and there should never have been a variation away from this stance. But the fact is, the rocks have been kicked over. Where there's smoke, there's fire, and I want to know what you guys think in the comments below. Let me know, and I will see you on the next one. I'm Braden. See you later.